everybody, this is Dave the Rave roving the rock here, and I'm at Brodick Pier. It is Saturday 28th of October, just after 1:30. MV Caledonian Isles is just making its way towards the berth, and in front of me I've got CEG Cosmos, the timber barge, about 2/3 loaded up with timber there, and just having a wee halt in proceedings there as the other ferry comes in. I'm told that once Caledonian Isles has been and gone, the Hebridean Princess will be coming in as well, and I'm also going to film that as well. That's a rare event. So it's a busy pier, which I like. This vessel in itself is fascinating when it loads up with timber, but I'm not here to film this today, although I will film it when it comes off the berth. I'm here for MV Caledonian Isles because there's a story being released today about that. And what I'll do, I'll just tell you the story once I'm back in the building. I'm back inside now, and this is my view of Brodick from the walkway. And if I just swing round here, we've got MV Caledonian Isles and Goatfell behind, shrouded in cloud. And I'll just read you what the story is from two different sources. Just get this ready in my hand. The first one is from the Arran Ferry Committee's posting on Facebook this morning. Okay. An update on network issues which will impact Ardrossan Brodick. Arran Ferry Committee has requested more information and clarity of timescales and timetable to be applied for Alfred service. Okay, here we go. As a result of MV Alfred trials at Stornoway being unsuccessful for scheduled service due to fit on the link span, the vessel is unavailable for timetabled freight service on the Stornoway-Ullapool route. In addition, MV Alfred has reported an issue with her thruster, which requires a repair to be carried out. MV Alfred will therefore depart Stornoway on the afternoon of Friday the 27th of October and travel to Tarbert, Harris. On Saturday the 28th of October, the vessel will depart Tarbert, Harris and travel to Troon to allow contractor attendance for repairs to her thruster. MV Alfred will take over service from MV Caledonian Isles on Saturday the 4th of November, which will allow MV Caledonian Isles to carry out network berthing trials. MV Hebridean Isles will undertake the Stornoway-Ullapool freight service until 2nd of November, when MV Arrow will take over. MV Hebridean Isles deployment after 2nd of November has yet to be confirmed and will be announced as soon as possible. So that's that story, and then I'll just get my other one ready here. This is from the Hebridean newspaper this morning. MV Alfred leaving Western Isles area for repairs and latest deployment. I'll just set this camera back a little bit, a second, so you can see the whole vessel. There we go, just coming in. There she will release another vessel to test out a couple of different routes on the West Coast network. First, MV Alfred will have to fix a broken thruster which is required for berthing manoeuvres. The Alfred has spent much of the week in the Western Isles carrying out berthing trials at Stornoway, Tarbert and Lochmaddy. Today, CalMac managers weighed up capacity issues affecting pressure points on a number of island communities and decided to transfer her to the Ardrossan to Arran route. She is set to take up that service at the end of next week, Saturday the 4th of November, releasing MV Caledonian Isles for berthing trials on 1 or 2 ports in the network. The Caledonian Isles is understood to be under consideration as temporary relief on the Mull-Oban route, which is currently under pressure while its main vessel, MV Isle of Mull, is covering the Castle Bay service. The Caledonian Isles has never tested out the link spans in Islay, so a visit there is also a strong possibility. MV Alfred departed Stornoway this Friday afternoon on course to Harris. She will berth overnight at Tarbert and steam to Troon Saturday, where a shore contractor will commence repairs to her thruster. MV Alfred is expected to pick up the Ardrossan Arran sailings a week tomorrow, 4th of November. MV Hebridean Isles will continue to operate Stornoway-Ullapool freight service until 2nd of November, when MV Arrow will arrive. The Arrow, chartered from the Isle of Man Steam Packet Company, is due to start the following day and remain until MV Loch Seaforth returns from her annual overhaul on the Mersey. A CalMac spokeswoman said, as a result of MV Alfred trials at Stornoway being unsuccessful for scheduled service due to the fit of the link span, the vessel is unavailable for timetabled freight service on the Stornoway-Ullapool route. In addition, MV Alfred has reported an issue with her thruster, which requires a repair to be carried out. MV Hebridean Isles deployment after 2nd of November has yet to be confirmed and will be announced as soon as possible. The Hebridean Isles is penciled in support for under the capacity. The Hebridean Isles is penciled in support the undercapacity Islay route following the end of her Stornoway stint, and 10th November when she departs for annual dry docking. However, other pressures yet to arise on the network, such as dry dock delays, breakdowns and weather disruptions, may dictate a different deployment. The 85-metre long MV Alfred is on lease from Pentland Ferries at a cost of £1 million a month. Okay, so that's all the news. Basically speaking, we're going to be losing this ferry in a week and getting MV Alfred. What is unknown about that? What's the crewing level on the MV Alfred? What facilities will be on board, which is dictated of course by the crew, and how many sailings will it be able to do a day? Will it be able to cover all of the times that MV Caledonian Isles was doing, or 3 or 4 sailings a day like we had in the summer with the smaller crew number? Those things have not been decided yet, or certainly haven't been released. I'm told that we'll expect to hear that in a couple of days. Okay, that's all the news I've got. I'll come back on in a couple of days and we've got something else to hear and see what Alfred's going to have in store for us. Lastly, one more thing. We don't know how long we're going to have Alfred for. That's another unknown here. It could be a short time or a long time. There's been no indication in that there that I've just read to you. So we'll just have to wait and see. So there's a lot of unknowns there. And of course it's got to get a little repair first before it comes on service here in Troon. So big changes. We'll just have to wait and see in a couple of days when we get more information. Okay, Dave the Rave. Well, actually I'll wait and see. We'll just watch this camera going on first, and then that'll do it. I think we'll come back on in a minute when Hebridean Princess comes in. Busy pier. Just while I'm here waiting for MV Caledonian Isles to depart, might as well film the timber barge in action. Another log lorry just pulled up. Great to see, isn't it? Just the power of it. course we've got the grab on the boat again this time, the same as the last time. But the first time I came out here it was on the pier. Amazing. And it looks so light. And that's the lorry that brought it up, the Arran lorry. And I know that the Hebridean Princess is on its way. It's going to come round the corner in a minute. It's past Holy Ale, coming from the Mlash, in the view behind us. But it's not in sight yet, but it will be very shortly. I'll focus right in on a grab here, I think, and we'll see. Amazing. Okay, there's the last vehicle just going in, MV Caledonian Isles ramp. That's it, finished. Parked the biggest, heaviest lorry at the back door. There we go. And I have got things going on in the other berth as well, but one thing at a time. In the other berth I've got CEG Cosmos just sitting there, about to let go, and I can see the Hebridean Princess just kind of lurking in the distance there, waiting to come in. But first of all, Caledonian Isles has got to leave the berth. Okay, there we go. That's the engine starting up. Slacking off the ropes. There we go. That's the last one away. And off we go. Okay, I'm back outside again. That's the pier hands ready to let go the ropes from this vessel, and you've got Caledonian Isles just gone off in the distance behind us. And that's the top just been closed up on top of the boat, ready to leave. Smart, isn't it? Folding flat against the top. One on each end. This part's already closed up. Done. That's the last rope away, and CEG Cosmos is just starting to leave the berth, ready for the Hebridean Princess to come in. Okay, there's the Hebridean Princess now, just turning and approaching the berth. Getting a good side view here. That's her just nudging against the top of the berth now and just going to swing around. It's a little bit blustery out there. The CAMAC service from Brodick to Ardrossan is on alert for the whole weekend. Yellow alert for possible disruptions, although nothing's happened so far. But it is a bit windy and rainy. So we're just turning around nicely now. Additionally, they've got to be extra careful with this vessel because it's a luxury vessel and they don't want to mark it in any way. It's meant to be pristine, so they do take a lot of care in every aspect of this vessel, and they don't want any marks on it. That's her just about finished tying up now. Just get a good look at the shape of the vessel. Just finishing putting the ropes on now. Manoeuvring a little bit more into position. So I'll just tell you a little bit about this vessel just now. I mean, essentially the Hebridean Princess is a luxury cruise ship, very luxurious. I'll just get position here, we get a better view. It's been described as a floating country house. It carries 50 passengers, 50, on coastal cruises around the British Isles and Scandinavia. Most cruisers, the people that go on the vessel, are British, with a few North American couples joining the mix. The fares are very high. You've got to be wealthy to go on this vessel. And a taste for British culture and mannered society are recommended. So some stats for this vessel there. Hebridean Princess. The cruise line is the Hebridean Island Cruises. It's a coastal ship, and it's of the luxury class. It used to be called the Columba. It's registered in Scotland, and interestingly for me, it was built in 1964, and that's the year that I was born, in December 64. So this vessel was being constructed at the very end of the baby boom years, if you can remember that far back. That is from 1949 to 1964 inclusive, which is me. I was a baby boomer, one of the last of the baby boomers, December 64, and this vessel was being built then. So I was in my mum's tummy when this vessel was being built, and I'm 58. This is 59. I'll be 59 in a couple of months. And so that's worth remembering. This vessel is 59 years old, which is very old indeed. In fact, if you consider the Waverley was built in 46, this is only 18 years older than the Waverley. This is an old vessel, and lasting well. Gosh, look at that. I like the way they've even got the little deck chairs and things in the hole there. You can see them. Okay, so it's an old vessel in great condition. Got some little boats on the front there as well. Lots of little boats. Okay, last refurbished 1993. It's got 5 decks altogether. I suppose you can pretty much see that there. Yep, and there's some little portholes down at the bottom as well. Just put them there, portholes there if you can see them. So that's, what's that, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 3, 4, must be another one below there, must be another deck. Okay, so, and the gross tonnage is 2,112. For entertainment, this has the Tyree Observation Lounge with a fireplace. You can get 50 people in the observation lounge, so that's everybody. It has a library with a capacity of 8 people, and a conservatory for afternoon tea, and that has a capacity for 8 people, and also a lookout lounge with again a capacity for 8 people. These are wealthy people on board this vessel, no mistake about it. The costs here, I've looked up just the cruise that they're on just now by random chance. So this is the Lure of the Clyde cruise this week. It's a 1-week cruise. Of course we're off-peak just now, it's off-peak fares applying, and I've looked up the price for a single cabin. So it's as cheap as it gets. Single cabin off-peak, end of October, not on the holidays. And you are paying between 4,260 for a week up to 6,780 for that single off-peak cabin. Just to give you an idea of what it can reach when it's peak season, and also on a 10-day cruise, £18,500. That's the peak price in the summer for a 10-day. Of course you can get cabins that are bigger than single cabins as well, but the biggest price I saw was £18,500 regardless of cabin for 10 days. So that's your price range then. 4,200 is about as cheap as it gets, single off-peak. Okay, and that's it tied up. That concludes all my facts and figures. One thing I would say, the crew count is almost as large as the passenger count on this vessel. I believe the crew is 38. So you've almost got 1 crew member for every passenger. They're very well looked after on here. And so they should be, but that's what you're in for. You're in for a lot of luxury and hopefully a cruise to remember. I thought before I finish I'd just have one more look at the vessel from a different angle. There we go. Up at the back. It looks very, very nice on those decks at the back, doesn't it, with all these chairs and tables. Really lovely. I can see 2 open decks there and 1 enclosed one where the man is at the bottom. It looks lovely. Imagine being out on that on a sunny day. Maybe playing your guitar or something like that, you know, singing away, or listening to radio, reading a book, watching all the scenery going by. It'd be wonderful. Okay, Dave the Rave, over and out.